Five, four, three, two, one. Stats versus facts. Ayy. Stats versus facts. Ayy. You know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He black. On the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Ayy. Welcome to Stats versus Facts. You know where we at, man. It's your boy Marsh, and I'm here with the crew. What it do, guys? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I got today with me some very special guests. I got my man Derek in the house. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, y'all? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. First time on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got a man LJ on there. What's going on, LJ?
What's good? What's good? How y'all doing?
And absolutely, I got the crew with me, C Mac,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Greg.
Hey everybody, we back.
And that man Brooklyn.
Hey, what's good?
Brooklyn. What it look like, Brooklyn? What it look like, bro?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, welcome, guys. Hey, we in the midst of the NBA Finals. Oh my goodness. I want to jump into that with the fellas. Game one, the Lakers completely outplayed the Heat. And the Heat took some heavy losses with Bam Adebayo and Dragic, who are not playing in the game tonight as they're playing game two. Derek, start off with me. Do the Heat have any chance of winning this series at all, or even winning a game?
Yeah, I give him one game. I say Lakers in 5.
You say Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Heat can pull off one. The Heat gonna pull off one. It's gonna be one little magical game.
You think Jimmy Butler is gonna be the one that's just gonna drop 30 or 40 or 50?
Nah, maybe 30. I don't see him going off of 50.
He needs 50 in order for them to win the game. They don't stand a chance.
No, I definitely do give you on that one, but the rookies got to step up. I mean, everybody got to step up if they want to have a chance in this.
Right. Absolutely. LJ, give me your thoughts on that, bro.
Oh man, with Bam being out, honestly, that's like a big blow right there. I'd like to see them at least win one, but with him out, I mean, I don't see it happening. I think it might be, if he stays out, it's probably going to be a sweep. I don't think Jimmy Butler and I don't think the rookies can, carry them to one win. I think they needed Bam and they definitely needed Goran to pull off at least one win. Because right now, I mean, Lakers are just having a field day with them, just like they did in the first game. And now without Bam, it's just going to be even worse.
No, absolutely. C-Mac.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's that. It does offer a big difference. Gordon Dragic can chop a good amount of buckets for the Heat. But if Hero can step up, Duncan can step up. He didn't even score last game. He can step up these next couple games. I think they have a shot. Bam might be able to come back, provide some good energy, good scoring, good offensive rebounds, good defensive presence for the Heat. But I still think Lakers probably in 6.
Okay. Lakers in 6. Okay. Greg.
Yeah, I think if they would have had Bam, they could have pulled out a couple games. But now without Bam, they're going to have to shoot lights out from 3-point range to make it a close game. Right now, they're shooting like 33%. They need to shoot like 30, 37. They had a good game plan. They let AD go off. LeBron kind of held LeBron to being a facilitator and a deep shooter, but their 3-point shooters went off for like 65%. So there's no way they could defend that. So, but I think throughout the series they'll come back to their low 30s%. So I think they still have a chance.
Okay. And you have them. You said Lakers in, or you didn't make your prediction. Lakers in what?
Oh, Lakers in 6.
Lakers.
You assume he's going Lakers?
He said Lakers are sick. Okay. I mean, hey, he said they have a chance.
I'm a betting man, but that's a rough bet.
True. And Brooklyn.
No, I think they needed him too bad. And the way LeBron looking like, he's not playing. So he's not gonna want nobody to let up right now. So he definitely probably in everybody's ear to push him to keep going. So I still think they could sweep him, keep it a buck. Because whoever else is to replace Bam is not gonna do anything that he really did as efficient as he can. Like, that's too much. And going into momentum, I think they're gonna win tonight, and then going into the next game after this, their confidence gonna be too high. I still see a sweep.
Sweet. So initially, I picked 5, and it looked like with Bam, with Dragic, I figured Jimmy would have one game where he at least has high, maybe like 28 points, maybe a 30 piece. Robinson, Hero could be supporting to get him at least one. And there's still a possibility that could happen because the Lakers did put they let their foot off their neck in the last game, allowed them to come back with, within 15. Granted, that's not a huge, close. That's not a close game, but it was up 30 and went down to 15. Kendrick Nunn came off the bench, dropped 18 points. Dropped 18 points in 20 minutes. There's a bright spot off the bench. They need to use him this game, and I think that they will. So it's not out of my mind that the Heat could still win one, but likelihood of that happening, it's damn near slim to none. I mean, the Lakers just look good. Look at what LeBron is doing. He almost damn near dropped the triple-double, 26, 13, and 9. You had AD drop 34. Rondo is hitting three-pointers. Y'all understand? Rondo. I'm not saying Rondo's a bad shooter, but he's not known for his shooting, as we know.
Rondo.
Playoff Rondo. Say it again.
I think he's shooting like 40% from now.
Yeah. He's shooting a very high percentage. It's like 40, it's like 41, 42%. Danny Green is the biggest capping 3-point shooter in the finals I've ever seen. Like this man never during we can't find this man, and then he wants to start coming out and shooting well in the damn finals. I don't get it. I mean, hey.
Yo, that's your Spurs.
It's not even a Spurs.
Yo, shoot at Danny. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him win his ring.
I can't, man, because it's just like his potential. He could be a better shooter, and it's just like, bro, you dropped like 7 points for the whole year when you could really be dropping 14, and then you get into the finals like last year in Toronto, you dropped 30, including 6 3-pointers in the third quarter. Like, come on.
I mean, it was needed for that game. Maybe he know when to strike and when to chill. Yeah. Cause look, he scored 38 game now. Now what happens? Maybe that kills the momentum of somebody else that you need.
No, that means they got a reliable shooter, because most of the time and throughout this year, the Lakers had been a horrible 3-point shooting team. Caruso wasn't knocking them down. Now he's starting to get his rhythm.
Yeah, I feel like everybody is. Again, it goes to that they said that's what that bubble is. It's a shooter's bubble.
Right.
Like, a lot of people really haven't. Kuzma just hit one, as I said. Like,
right.
Everybody getting comfortable over this shooting.
Right. But I want to ask Derek this question. Derek, one of the reasons I think that the Lakers are having their way with the Heat is because of the size. Because I've always said that if a team has at least a rim protector, right, or a couple of rim protectors who are agile and can get up and down the floor, they're more than likely going to be able to handle themselves in a series and help a team win. That makes the difference, because if you look at Miami, it's Bam, and who else is a rim protector?
Nobody else that we know.
Yeah, you don't got nobody.
Right. So between you, Derek, and LJ, I mean, granted, we're saying that this one would be over. My question to you guys is, if the Heat still had Hassan Whiteside, who's a big man, who can also play get some boards. He was, a Heat player for 4 years, and he actually did very well. Would he have made a difference in this team and in this series to kind of help him out, or would he have hindered them?
I think it would have made a big difference. I think it would have helped them out a lot.
How many games though? How many games? How many games did they?
I think with Hassan Whiteside, you put Hassan and Bam down low, bro. They could probably push it to 7.
Okay.
I was
Because you got to think about it. Bam plays is kind of like built and plays the same way as like a Dwight Howard, while Hassan Whiteside long, lanky, just like Anthony Davis. So you pretty much got 2 of the same players going at it down low. The only thing is who's going to stop LeBron on the outside.
So, Greg and C-Mac respond.
I don't think Whiteside would have. I think it would have made it harder on Bam because they would have sucked in on the paint and they would have double teamed him, come over, and he has trouble with length. So I think you need to spread out somebody to spread out so Bam can go to work. So I think if you have Whiteside in the post next to, and they would bring over his defender, and then they would crowd the lane for Bam.
Okay.
You're saying Bam's more like 80 for the Lakers without the shot.
That's what you're saying?
No, I was thinking Greg. Is that what he was saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a very valid point. I don't think Hassan Whiteside is the best offensive player as a big. So I definitely do think he would clog up the lane, especially for like Jimmy Butler and Goran Dragic and potentially Hero. But I think there's an element to that big man in the box that adds a little bit more offense. Like if they're not shooting well, then he can get that offense rebound 5 times out of 10 times. So I think he would have helped.
Okay. Brooklyn.
I think he's too flaky. He's not consistent enough, and he would throw off the tree. And I don't think him and Butler would match together. Because I don't think Hassan like to hit nothing. A lot of times he like to get babied. Isn't that like one of the main reasons why they got him out of Miami too? Was because of his attitude basically as well. So I don't know. Maybe Butler there could make him play different, but it could go either way, really.
Okay. So when Hassan was at his best, that would have been the 2016 season in Miami, where he averaged 17 points and 14.1 rebounds. For this season in Portland, he averaged 15.5 points with 13.5 rebounds. Season before in Miami, 12.3 points with 11.3 rebounds. So essentially from when he started having more minutes in Miami in 2014 all the way through now, he's averaged double-digit points and double-digit rebounds, shooting about in the mid 50s to the 60% for this field goal percentage. That is a pretty solid big man that you can put on any team that's going to contribute. With him going to if he was still in Miami, him and Bam could work out. Granted, neither one of them does shoot 3-pointers. I understand that because AD shooting threes has opened up the floor tremendously for the Lakers. Otherwise, you're not going to have that element. But you would put Bam on AD, have Whiteside. You could even have Whiteside come off the bench because that's what he was doing. He was coming off the bench, especially if you're going to go small. Now, talking about LeBron, that's where you would put Crowder, Iguodala. You'd probably have to put one of those 2 guys on LeBron. Nobody's going to stop LeBron. Obviously, we get that, but they are going to make it tougher for them. And looking now at how they're playing, they're having to have Crowder on the floor playing the 5 if Bam gets hurt, right? Or Bam's not in the game. So now he's going up against AD, and Crowder's still a strong defender, but you cannot beat skill and height. If you were a skilled player and you have the height, 9 times out of 10, you're going to win. You're going to win that matchup. So having said that, having a Whiteside in there to go up against the AD would help because.
Well, we did see it in Portland a little bit. Him and Nurkic tried to battle the Lakers.
Right. I think with that game when they played the Lakers back in, I think it was January, Whiteside went off for like 30 points, and he was like 15 to 16 from the field, or 14 to 15 from the field. He was just getting easy floaters in the lane. And they would double Dame. He'd throw it down. Whiteside would turn around, easy little floater, easy little hook shot. So he has the offensive prowess to get it done. Granted, if he doesn't average 20 points, but man, if he was playing in Miami, I might favor them. I might literally favor them to win this in 6 or 7 games. That's how much of a difference.
Over LeBron James?
Yes. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how much of a difference, because now if you don't have to worry about worry about your paint, you already have a defender to defend the paint. You don't have to go into that zone, because Miami's playing a zone because they're too small. So,
but then the Lakers have the option of going small with AD at the center and then taking off the big off the floor.
Well, that's fine, but that's fine. But if you're doing that, granted, and I'm assuming that Bam is still healthy and still in the game. You can put him on AD and you can go small. On the other side, you can put a Whiteside in for minutes here or there, whatever. And now Caruso, Danny Green, who else? Pope, guys that don't normally drive into the paint and make layups aren't going to be having as easy as a time, because Danny Green, I'm sorry to rag on him. Every time he drives, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Your drive game is weak. I'm sorry. I don't mean to rag on Danny, but it doesn't look natural. Is that just me, or does his drive game look natural? When he's trying to go to the cup, huh?
I said he never learned how to dribble.
Yeah, that's what it really looks like. So in saying that, you got a rim protector, that's not gonna fly. And I'm not saying Caruso's bad either, but dang, man, they're just getting
I mean, he's got like a stacked team, in my opinion.
And they do have a good team, but they look very, very vulnerable, and that vulnerability can still be exploited if you have the right lineup in there.
Do you think if they had Hassan Whiteside, they would have made it this far, though?
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes.
No. It's a different team. It's a different offense. It's a different field. No.
Yeah, they would have made it
against the Bucks.
No.
They would have made it.
Why? Why do you feel like that?
Why? Because also too, whoever he guard is like, they move more than he does. He's not a good defender.
Yeah, I know he's when it comes to being mobile, but I'm talking about as being a rim. But look, as being a rim protector, if you have, you're gonna corral Giannis just like the Heat did. But now you have a guy in the paint that's gonna be like, all right, I'm about as tall as you are, and I can, I'm not gonna say he's athletic, but somewhere in that realm, he's still gonna make a hard on this, huh?
All you gotta do is run a pick and roll, bring him on the island. It's a wrap for him.
If those guys can shoot, though.
Nah, you don't gotta shoot. You gonna go blow right past them.
They're gonna have to be able to shoot, though.
Against the Bucks?
Yeah.
Okay, it depends though. Does Chris Middleton show up, or does he just disappear like he did this play last playoffs?
Does Eric Bledsoe show up?
Like that. He didn't disappear
like that. Eric Bledsoe
didn't show up this year. Eric didn't show up.
Everybody, the whole team didn't.
Nah, Middleton did it all right. He's all right.
I don't know. That boy is shooting like Stevie Wonder, man. That boy couldn't hit nothing.
Nah, because what happened is trying to be a point guard too much. I agree with you with that, though. I see what you mean by that.
But when he went out, the ball movement was better, and he started to show out a little better when he was featured.
Yeah.
Well, because he knows just Giannis's like contract is up, so he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna try to go ahead and get some more money. I'm trying to get that bread." Like he injured right now. Let me go ahead and collect this money.
That's it. Look how
shout out to him and Tobias Harris making that money.
Man.
Oh my goodness, Tobias Harris. But no, I do think that the Heat still would get to the finals. They would have beaten the Celtics, who had no inside presence, because Bam literally just tore them up. Like he went at Daniel Tice and killed him. So I think that may too, because Hassan actually has a little bit of a jumper. I'm not gonna say he has the greatest jumper. He has a little bit of a jumper, but also too, that also too helps with Bam bringing up the ball and distributing what she can. So I think that even evolves his gameplay to now he's throwing into Whiteside for easy buckets on the inside. They're gonna have to try to stop that. So I think that, man,
Somebody touches getting cut though. That's I mean that all that sounds good in a perfect world, but somebody touches getting cut. So, and that's what I feel like is gonna throw off everything because whoever touches the getting cut, you needed his touches more. So, who is it? Is it gonna be Hero? Is it gonna be?
I feel like
Butler?
I think
Mm.
the person that would probably get the least amount of touches would probably be Duncan Robinson.
right, and he's in and out. You know,
And then you need his shooting. You need him to, but you need him to shoot. You're
But
not getting
sometimes-
there without him shooting.
not all the time though, because sometimes he's going 6 for 18, sometimes he's going 5 for 12. You know, he's not putting up the best. There have been games where he has had good shooting games, but he's just a specialist. He's gonna come in and knock down a 3 or 2, but he's not the
Right,
guy
but-
that's gonna get you consistent 20-point games. That's where you need to be able to throw the ball to another scorer, which is what Whiteside could help. But we're gonna take a quick break. We will come back right after these messages, so don't go away. And we're back. Had a couple of minor difficulties. We got Swish in here, Swish in the building, baby.
They're switching the building, baby.
So Swish, man, we was talking about Doc Rivers coaching the Sixers. First off, I want to get your thoughts on that.
I'm excited about it. I mean, I was a little bit iffy when the news broke, but now that he's here, I'm excited about it. I think he's going to be a nice person to have in the corner of Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons if we do end up keeping them going forward in the future. I know there's a lot of trade talk going around, but it's a great move for us, man. I like that championship pedigree. He's showing that he's able to coach stars. He's able to get guys to be on the same accord. I've heard he's a good guy in the locker room just to have around. I think he's going to be good for us, man. We need some culture.
Absolutely.
Championship coach.
Absolutely. So, my man, Derek.
Ben Simmons gotta go. Ben Simmons gotta go.
Oh,
Hold on.
put on the gas. Put on the gas.
This is what Derek said. Derek said,
Derek, where you at, Derek?
No picture.
I'm in the car right now. My fault. Hey, Swiss.
He running.
Swiss. I'm letting you know now, bro.
Hey, he ducking.
He did. He
Gotta
leaving
shoot
the
a jump
state.
shot.
He leaving the state.
Out of state now.
so Swiss, this is what he said. He said that the 76ers should trade Ben Simmons to the Timberwolves for the #1 pick and get LaMelo Ball. Your thoughts?
The dumbest thing I seen all day. I saw it on Twitter.
Hey, you
thought
for
so?
real? What?
Bro, that's the dumbest thing I seen all day.
Wait, why you feel like Ben Simmons? What you feel like
No,
Ben
no,
Simmons?
I'm not explaining it. You explain it to me. Why do you feel
What
like
had Ben Simmons? Swiss, Ben Simmons got y'all, Swiss. You heard me? Swiss, Ben Simmons got y'all. This year, a first round exit.
But he was
year, what
hurt.
Ben
happened?
was hurt.
If he
Okay,
wasn't hurt,
wait.
they're going to the finals.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I
don't
don't. So you getting ready? You telling me you gonna trade one of the best defensive point guards in the league,
Thank
one of the
you.
best passing bigs in the league. He
Thank
can
you.
guard damn near 1 through 5. You
Thank
gonna
you.
trade
Gotta shoot
him
a
for
jump
LaMelo
shot.
Ball?
All you gotta do is guard 4 players. All you gotta do is guard 4 players. When he's on
You
the
don't
court,
have
you
to,
gotta do is guard
you
4
have to worry
players.
about him cutting
When he's on the court, all I gotta worry about is 4 players.
from the
I know-
perimeter.
I know.
Oh, he R2D2ing on us.
My fault. My service is a little bad right now.
OD.
Go ahead,
But
continue.
all Ben Simmons is gonna do is pass the ball or lay the ball up on offense. You can really guard that. Anybody can guard that.
You can try, but it's gonna be hard because he's still gonna get you 20. Go ahead.
But
Imagine
game
if he had a
situation.
jump
Wait,
shot.
wait.
Imagine if he had a jump shot though.
Yeah,
That's cool.
if Ben Simmons had, I would want to.
I just think that I'm gonna say it again. It's just blasphemy to just violate him like that for LaMelo. Like
For LaMelo, bro. And I'm a Melo
Not
fan.
him.
Shit. Hey,
Not
I
him,
take
son.
Anthony Edwards too.
You think Anthony
Edwards got
Edwards-
game like that?
But over Ben Simmons though?
Bro, That's the
Well, you
thing.
know,
Like,
I
I
just
like the
I
players
can't
you
trust
naming,
I
but we
can't trust
talking about
I can't trust the process. I can't trust the process right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. The process ain't
it
it
maybe
ain't
was
open
the
to my
coach
eyes.
though. To keep it
Yeah,
a
it was
buck,
definitely the coach. Brett Brown was not
it's
the
the
guy.
yeah. Like you got Doc, like Doc, the same. And I heard some. I don't know who said it earlier on here, but the same way that he did with Rondo, he could do with him.
With
Yo,
Ben
you feel
Simmons.
like you feel
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually,
More than getting rid of him to get rid of him.
Honestly,
to-
Doc is just gonna lose a 3-1 lead again.
Damn.
He's just gonna lose a
What?
3-1 lead.
Wait, what?
Oh,
But that wasn't
like
Doc's
100
fault
million.
though.
Nah, that's
Don't say it's not Doc's fault. It's
Nah,
Doc's
that's
fault.
clickbait. That's
Doc is
clickbait.
playing
What?
a man that's not putting up shots, not putting in buckets, not doing anything for the team. He keeps playing him. He picked up Patrick Beverly, who does nothing but foul. He has some good defensive pressure, sure, but he's not adding much to the team. You know, I'm just not a huge fan
Okay.
of Doc.
Okay.
Huh?
So hold on. So let me ask you this, Chris. So Doc Rivers, right? He used to coach the Clippers. Got a team that was really overachieved not this year, but the year before when they were the 8th seed going up against the Warriors. They were supposed to get swept, and they played some competitive games. That Doc Rivers, I understand, lost his 3-1 lead with the Clippers, with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, but I'm not going to fully put it on Doc. That's on Kawhi, as I said before. That's Kawhi not showing the hell up the way he was supposed to, talking all that mess. Oh, I'm the new king of LA, blah, 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 blah. Not showing the hell up. Paul George not showing the hell up when he needs
That's
to.
not Kawhi.
Morris,
Don't put that on
Morris,
Kawhi. Don't.
coming from the Knicks.
No, you
supposedly
said something
supposed
wrong. You
to
said
be that.
something wrong.
No.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
gonna let you continue. You said something wrong.
Yeah.
Kawhi talking out. That's not Kawhi. Kawhi don't talk like that. That's PR.
No.
New Balance.
Kawhi,
That's not
That's
Kawhi.
facts. That's
That's
facts.
not Kawhi. Kawhi don't talk.
Kawhi even
Never.
said, yo, why is LeBron afraid to guard me? He came out with a commercial. A commercial.
That is PR.
I don't care if it's PR. You are still in the commercial representing that. If you're like, nah, I'm
What?
cool off of it, ain't gonna do it.
What?
Trying to sell that New Balance shoe.
Come on, man. That was a shot. I'm not gonna let him get away with that. But having
Of
said
course
that,
not,
back
for
to
your
Doc
Spurs-
Rivers.
for your Spurs
Doc
fans,
Rivers,
for your Spurs
listen.
fans. See, there you go again.
There you go again.
Never fails.
We're gonna get on your nets in just a second. Let me finish my point. Doc Rivers,
Never goes
okay,
again.
he has won a championship with the Celtics. He had some injuries with KG, okay, when they lost in the second round. You know, in 2009, they went to the finals. They were right there to beat the Lakers, but Ron Artest or Metta World Peace hit that shot, send the Lakers in. Doc Rivers is still a good coach. Like, you
Stop
can't
bringing up that Celtics championship. They were going against They were going up against Kobe, yes, but that wasn't the
Wait,
Lakers.
what?
The Lakers, you know.
Yeah, I want to see where he going with that.
Where are you going with
Stop.
that?
Stop bringing up the Celtics championship with Doc Rivers, man. Like,
Do you remember that
everybody.
time that when
where
that
you
happened,
going,
how
bro?
big it was for them to get W's?
I know. Okay. My perspective when that championship was coming, when that finals was happening, I knew the Celtics were going to win. So I wasn't surprised.
Huh?
So you wasn't
You
buying
knew
into
the
that.
Celtics were gonna win.
I knew the
Should
Celtics
have told me
were
so I
going
could
to
bet
win.
it.
And what made you so confident that the Celtics were going to win that one?
Ray
He
Allen.
had favorite
and
Doc
Albert.
Rivers.
Ray Allen.
He had favorite Doc Rivers. He
Huh?
had faith in the players that were coached by Doc Rivers. So, exactly. Chris, stop, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Nah, stop.
So-
Yeah, what
So
changed?
long, so long story short, there's gonna be at least a free agent willing to come play with Doc Rivers. There's got to be somebody who's gonna be willing to come and play with Doc Rivers. He
For sure.
hopefully he says, okay, we need to get rid of Al Horford.
Oh, yeah,
The
he's for Al
supposed
Horford.
the
Yeah.
supposed better than LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm gonna leave that
He
alone.
is better than Al.
Definitely,
He is.
definitely.
He is. Who said definitely? Who said definitely?
Right here.
Y'all
got
are
a bid
nuts.
for you, bro.
We gonna
I
leave
got a
that
bid
alone.
for you.
We gonna leave that
I got
alone.
a bid.
He's gonna develop
I got
shooters.
a-
Okay, Shake Milton is only gonna get better because this was his first year. Okay, you're gonna have Cork Miles is gonna come out. He's gonna start playing a little bit better on his shooting. Ben Simmons coming back, controlling that offense. Now you actually have a point guard to control the offense. It's the only thing that they were missing against the damn Celtics. I'm telling you, Ben Simmons controls a lot more of the game than just scoring points and shooting jump shots. Now that would help in the later rounds, but earlier on, going into it to a East that was really, if you look at it, the East was not really that strong.
It's not.
It's not. It really wasn't. And I'm not taking anything away from Miami, but look at what they're doing, trying to do against the Lakers. They're not able to do anything. So
You got a
it's
coach.
not
You got a
very
coach coming from.
far-fetched for me to say Ben Simmons being healthy with Embiid and surrounding players could have gotten them at least to the conference finals because Miami was a tough
Sure.
matchup, for them,
Yeah,
if not to the NBA championship.
I agree.
Anyway,
Especially
I
from
do
a coach
now.
that just came from the West Conference Final, like almost reaching the Western Conference Finals. So
Right. So, but I do want to say this, okay? I want to move on to another topic for the Lakers, okay? Mr. LJ wants to bring up some points about the Lakers and LeBron James having probably the best team that he's ever had before. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, what's more to say? The boys got a stacked team. My bad. Let's see. I mean, granted, most of these players are role players, but you got AD, who's obviously a 7-time All-Star, 3-time block champ, 4-time All-Defensive. Kyle Kuzma, who was All-Rookie. Danny Green, 2-time champ, 1-time All-Defensive team. You got Avery Bradley, who's not in the bubble, but he's 2-time All-Defensive. Deion Waiters was All-Rookie. Rajon Rondo's a one-time champ, 4-time All-Star, 1-time steal champ, 3-time assist champ, 4-time All-Defense, and he was All-Rookie. Dwight Howard, 8-time All-Star, 2-time block champ, 5-time rebound champ, was an All-NBA, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time All-Defensive Player,
Okay.
All-Rookie.
So Lawrence Kellerman, you throwing a lot of stats at me, man. But
I'm just saying, this is his team.
I
Like,
get
bro,
it.
like,
I understand. And I'm actually going to help you with your point, right? You're bringing up a lot of good facts. Deion Waiters has not played virtually the whole playoffs. You can throw that out the window.
yeah, he really hasn't.
Dwight Howard was a great pickup. He was a great pickup after losing Cousins. Great, because a lot of people said Dwight Howard was washed up. Do people not realize that when Howard was in a bad Hornets team, still averaged 16 and 12? That's solid. Okay. When he was in Washington, he got injured, but this last game he had 29 points and 16 rebounds. Like, Dwight Howard's not a scrub. I give you that. Danny Green, you know how I feel about Danny Green. Like, he's the most capping shooter I've ever seen.
He's one of your favorite players ever watched play
He
basketball.
makes to the finals, to put up shots. But during the season, he was not doing that. Pope was missing. Caruso was missing. I mean, LeBron and AD were dragging that team.
No.
early.
KCP was hitting the side of the backboard. I don't know what's going on with him.
But now he started hitting. So now these guys are starting to start. Rondo was hurt in and out. Okay. Now he's turned into the playoff Rondo. Rondo's shooting 42% from the 3-point line. Bro,
Wow.
Rondo ain't never been a shooter like that.
He's showing off.
Maybe in college he was.
Hey, that boy got swole too.
Yeah, Rondo was showing off coming into the bubble.
That boy eating his Wheaties.
Rondo's in the back. And then Avery Bradley is a defender, okay, and he can shoot a little bit as well. So, and he's not even in the ball.
Why is Avery Bradley count? Yeah, I don't.
No, I'm just saying, if you just adding the Lakers team as a whole and putting them in there, that just makes them stronger. But regardless, that guys that they have, this is the best team LeBron has had. Number one, because he has AD. He has a guy. LeBron probably has the most athleticism on the team than he's ever had. He's had the most role players that can produce that he's ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're slipping on.
Yeah. So, Lawrence, I agree with you that it is the best team that he's ever had. But throughout the regular season, it didn't always show. Granted, they did have the best record in the West. So that does say, something. But LeBron and AD clearly carried that team. Adding Morris really helped them. Otherwise, I don't know if they would have cruised through this playoffs as well as they would have. So,
and also having that break because of the pandemic, bro, helped them rest up, bro.
It did.
Yeah.
That did too. So, but they will win this year. I'm pretty positive of that. Swish, what do you think this series is going to go to?
Full.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's probably going to end up going to around 5 or 6. I think the Heat are going to be able to steal one. I thought they were going to come in and steal the game tonight, but I don't think that's going to be ending up happening. So
That's fire.
Nah.
yeah, but I do see it going to probably 5.
Okay, absolutely. I do want to go in now. Let's go ahead and touch on those Brooklyn Nets because he over there talking hot mess and a big old oversized.
You see that? I don't know. You feel me? I don't know if you can see it. It's just before the hype. I don't know if the camera can catch a nice picture of me. Nice fit. Yeah.
This is what. This is what 10 years ago.
Yeah. This is right when we got him. This is no hype. So we got him.
Hey, this is.
We'll be all right.
Hey, this was 10 years ago.
It's all right. It's okay. We're
Anyway.
about to go down anyway.
It's all, hey, we had our 23-year playoff run. We're good.
Cool, it's all right. And I had 23 L's. I ain't tripping.
Out of those 23 years, what you mean we got 5 rings?
You know what I'm saying? And now have 23 L's.
Hey.
Honestly,
Hey, every team rebuilds every now and then. We're just in that rebuilding state.
I'm gonna say this: the reason why I want to see Spurs lose is to see who y'all real fans are. That's really why I love to see.
I'm a ride. I bleed black and silver. I'm a ride with them no matter what. We struggle. We struggle. I mean,
That's true. That's true. But now talking about the Nets, you got to go ahead and speak on your man Kyrie talking crazy.
Wait, real quick before we move on past that, what did he say?
He was on KD's first episode of his new podcast that just dropped.
And what did he say, Brooklyn?
He said something basically to the extent of I'm foreshadowing. I mean, I'm you feel me? Nah, I can't do that. Wait, nah. From Brooklyn, we don't do that.
All right, Swish, I'll tell you what he said.
You ain't giving no tape up.
Swish, pretty much he said we don't need a coach.
That's what he said.
He said
that's what he said.
that's what he said.
Yeah, I
He
saw
said-
that. I thought he said something else about LeBron or something.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
said.
yeah, he did.
Go
ahead, Greg. Go ahead, Greg.
He said he found with somebody that can shoot the ball. He feels confident in shooting the ball at the end.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That's a big word here, allegedly.
I mean, he's not too
Allegedly.
far. He's not speaking too crazy.
He
Yeah, man,
really
like-
isn't. If he did say that, I'm just gonna pick up for my player.
He's not speaking too crazy. Because most
That's
of the
a-
time in the late game, LeBron would pass it.
To him.
Fair.
Or JR.
So like,
So why aren't you embracing that? You talking about one of the greatest players of all time is passing you the ball, putting literally his like career of like championships in your hands. You gotta embrace it.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is though. I'm gonna just shoot for Kyrie, and no, it's not because he's. I'm just doing this because y'all making valid points. I'm gonna just say this though. Maybe because LeBron don't put enough respect on Kyrie's name.
I don't think he does, but I think the media doesn't. If it wasn't for Kyrie, LeBron wouldn't have won that championship against Golden State.
And he don't say that enough. He don't say, "Yo, shout out to Kyrie." He don't do that. So Kyrie just be feeling like, "Yo, don't do that. Don't try."
I mean, it was just why he left.
Yeah,
Tired of
right,
being in his shadow.
Correct.
But this
So he
brings
might
my
have-
point though.
How's that
with
worked out for
Brooklyn.
you guys so far?
With Brooklyn though, I feel like Kyrie is still trying to prove he didn't need LeBron to win a ring, and KD's trying to prove he didn't need Golden State to win his rings.
That's
Now they're
cool.
just trying to prove that they needed each other. Aw.
That's cool. That's cool. And that brings a little bit
Love
of edge
story.
in Brooklyn. We already an edgy borough for the most part before gentrification, a little bit after. But
Yeah.
you know,
not
like,
now.
All right, so Brooklyn, answer me this question. Answer me this question, right? You in a late,
Yeah.
answer me this question. You're in a late game situation. You're Kyrie, you're Kevin Durant. You're frustrated, right? Now number one, you kind of came out and just said, "Oh, we don't need a coach." You're disrespecting Steve Nash, who has no coaching experience anyway. You're pretty much saying, "Oh, we gonna run over him." How you gonna respond?
That's not what he was saying.
That's not what he's saying though. All right, see, I don't know
Hey,
why.
Marshall.
Look. See, look, no. What he's doing, that's
Flip
a great way to
that.
set it up though, because that's how the media spins it. And I feel like players are not giving enough just to be players. Like, bro, let them just shoot the ish. You feel me? Like, just let them shoot the ish. But can you repeat your question though? Just I'll answer it just because, please.
Right. So Kyrie saying, it's like we don't need a coach. Like
Mhm.
late game situation, they're frustrated. You normally have a coach that calms you down, says, "All right, don't get ahead of yourself." But now, if he's kind of saying that, I'm not saying they don't respect Steve Nash, But if it comes down to it, thinking that we're better than the coach, what now? How are you going to handle that?
We figure it out. Inbound the ball. Give it to Kyrie. Run a pick and roll with him and KD.
Oh God, bro.
You got LeVert in the other corner. We got LeVert on one side. You got
If they don't trade him
on the other side, they're not going to. If we trade him, they're bugging. I'm gonna have to go send an email to somebody. But other than that, you put LeVert on one side. You put Dunwoody on the other side. You put Allen in the middle.
If they don't trade him,
again, that would be another email I would send. But inbound the ball to Kyrie and him and KD will pick and roll. That's it. Figure it out right there.
Derek,
be all right.
Derek, I don't know if you can hear me. Give me your take on this, bro.
I don't think they're gonna win the ring the first year together.
Okay.
But with the situation with Kyrie, I feel like when he's saying like I don't need a coach, like he was saying like my game speaks for itself. But he wasn't trying to downplay having a coach though. Like he was just saying like that's just the confidence he got in himself. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Swish or Greg, if y'all want to add.
I don't even think they really want to win a ring. I think they've already win the ring. I think they just want to have fun and play basketball. They just want to roll the ball out, try to score 150 a game. And no, they don't want anybody to like contain their game. They just want to score and be happy.
Okay, I kind of like that take. So, Brooklyn.
Don't skip past me.
Oh, Swish, go ahead. My bad. I thought you said you had anything to add. Go ahead.
Respectfully.
Go ahead.
But I don't think Kyrie. I think it's being blown out of proportion, bro. I don't think he was saying, "Yo, we don't need a coach. We ain't gonna listen to Steve Nash." Anyway, I think he was saying, "You talking to two champions. We've been here before.
Right.
In those moments, it's not nothing that Steve Nash can say to me that's gonna calm me down. I'm Kyrie Irving. That's Kevin Durant. Ain't nothing he can say to those moments.
Yeah, that's like toxic energy right there.
That is toxic.
Because they're those type of players.
Wait. So is it toxic when AD comes out on national television and says Frank Vogel ran to play for LeBron James, but I paid that no mind. I'm taking that shot. It's the same sentence. It's coming out. It's the same. Yeah. I'm not listening to my coach either way.
Y'all think LeBron was always listening to Tyronn Lue when they was in the huddles? No.
Yeah, mad disrespect.
But hold on, Swish, hold on.
Kyrie Irving.
Swish, hold on. The thing with that is they're already balling. Kyrie and Kevin Durant have not done anything yet as far as playing for this Nets team. As far as playing for this Nets team.
Okay.
I'm not saying overall. I'm just saying as far as playing for this Nets team.
What do they got to prove, bro? They don't got to prove themselves to me. I'm sorry. If they got the ball.
They're both individually good players, but coming together as a team, we got to see what they're going to do because it may end up flopping. We got to see if Kevin Durant going to come back and be Kevin Durant.
It's a moment of time in basketball. We're talking about the fourth quarter. I don't need to see nothing. I believe Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant can get it done in the fourth quarter, bro, no matter what their differences is on the court.
I don't know because Kyrie Irving hadn't been getting it done in the past 2 or 3 seasons with the Celtics and this season with the Nets. He wasn't getting it done. There was plenty of times that I saw him.
I mean, he was mostly injured during the season with the Nets.
If you're saying he's Kyrie Irving, you believe in him. It doesn't matter if you have Kevin Durant or not. You should be able to get it done, right? So if you're not able to get it done, no. If you're not able to get it done by yourself, even if he starts coming, you got to say, hey, if I'm going to be the guy to do it, I can do it with or without him. Now, having Kevin Durant obviously is going to help, but you got to be the guy saying, I can do this regardless.
We've seen Kyrie do that in Cleveland already, though, when LeBron ain't show up.
Yeah.
We've seen Kyrie do that already.
He did take over games.
So what are we talking about right now?
He did take over games to talk about.
If we talk about
LeBron's already putting up big points anyway, okay? And then when it came down to it, Kyrie Irving hit that shot. Not saying LeBron couldn't hit the shot, but Kyrie Irving is a better shooter than LeBron, obviously. But even as saying that, you got to prove to me that if you're going to be this guy that's going to carry a team, number one, you need to be healthy, which Kyrie Irving hasn't been in the last couple of seasons. Hopefully he stays healthy this year. Okay. Kevin Durant had been healthy. Unfortunately, he went down in the finals. We get that. Let's see what you're going to do coming together. Also with the parts around you. You have to come together as a team. Now, both those guys aren't going to win you a championship on their own. You got to have the rest of your team around you.
Right.
But
now in regards to the statement, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My fault, Swiss. I just But you asking a champion to show that he's a champion when he showed you that he's a champion because he did it on the stage. Like it wasn't like he just won with chilling with Braun. He won being Kyrie Irving, and KD won being Steph Curry. I'm being KD won being KD with Steph Curry. I like the sentiment of saying they both came to Brooklyn with that note of like, yo, we're gonna show that we didn't need those others to be ourselves. That's probably is part of the reason why, to a little bit of the chip that's on their shoulder, but. I
They got a
think
point
that
to prove.
yeah, correct. But I do think that they also too are like very two established players and should be respected as such. And I think just saying yo, whatever, I don't think it should be taken that harsh. I don't know. That's just me though.
I
That could
agree
be
with
being
that.
biased.
Go ahead, Derek.
I agree with this statement. I feel like everything you saying right there was true. I feel like.
Like
Fair. Well, we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be
Stuff.
right back. And we are back. Yes, sir. Got the crew with us. All my guys is here. Brooklyn, LJ, Ray, Swish, C-Mac, and Derek. Yes, sir. We got a good squad tonight. Absolutely. So in the last topic we're going to be talking about tonight, man, Jamal Murray put on a great performance this playoffs. So much so that I saw flashes of him being one of those top tier shooters around the league, and maybe possibly might be too early for me to say of all time, but I could see him possibly getting there. So this is the question I want to pose. I'm gonna start off with Swish. Does Jamal Murray have that potential to be a better shooter and player than Stephen Curry?
I can't answer that question yet because I don't think we've seen the best of Stephen Curry.
Okay.
Because
Deep.
Steph's game is meant for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? He's a shooter. Players get better with time. They get more precise with time. They get more efficient with time. And Steph has shown signs of that. I mean, so I don't know. I just don't think we've seen the best of him yet. So I don't answer that.
Okay. Let me go with Brooklyn.
nah. I don't think. I think they're gonna be two different type of players. But nah, I think he's just gonna be his own type.
Okay.
Jamal will be Jamal, and Steph will be Steph.
Okay. Lawrence or LJ.
I probably agree with him. I just think they're two totally different players. I think Jamal Murray plays way more aggressive than Steph does. I think Steph is a better shooter. I don't know if Jamal will get that far. I don't know if he'll be as good of a shooter. But like I said, I think Steph plays a little bit more passive and Jamal plays a little bit more aggressive. So they have two totally different kind of games.
Okay. Greg?
Yeah, I'd compare Jamal more closely to Dame Lillard than I would Steph.
Right.
I think Steph is just an all-time shooter that you we will never see again. I mean, he's shooting like 43% career all-time, and Jamal's like at 35. So, I mean, he's a different animal. But they're different players, like everybody said already.
Okay. C-Mac. I don't think I came to you yet.
I see the comparison. I see it. I just don't think Jamal Murray relies on his shooting as much as Steph does. But the one factor though is Steph's ankles and his injuries. So I think we might have seen the best of Steph because like his 2 years before Kevin Durant got there, his numbers were ridiculous, and like he's putting out shots that nobody normally would ever think of shooting. Right, influenced it so much that even everybody in high school were trying to take those shots. So I think we might have seen the limit of Steph, but because that limit's so high, everything else looks like it's not as great as anybody else, but it's still pretty damn high. So we probably did see the best of Steph, but everything below that is still great. So can't discredit that.
Okay. Derek, I don't know if he's going to be able to talk at the moment. I think that Jamal has an opportunity to surpass Steph. Here's why I'm saying that. We're looking at shooting comparisons. Obviously, Steph was a better shooter than Jamal, but I don't think Jamal has been able to put it together through 4 quarters yet. He's dropped he dropped 50, 51. He dropped 36. You know, he's bringing the team back in the fourth quarter. I'm saying, imagine if he's able to put it together through 4 quarters with the shooting. You know, he has a great shot. He can get to the cup. He's a better defender than Steph, a little bit bigger. I mean, and he can pass the ball too. If he gets all that down, I don't know, man. And like, I understand the comparison to Lillard, but with that, Jamal can get out of that double team a little bit better. That's my only gripe with Lillard is him against the double team, against some harder competition. Jamal's able to get around a little bit better. It's not saying he has better handles than Lillard. And understand that big game shot, you know, from the 3-point line, or the big shot from 3-point line. But Jamal does come off of screens. He doesn't have a Clay like you know Steph has. I don't know. That's a tough one. And I would get where people would say closer to Steph Curry would be a comparison of a Trae Young, right? And I can see that. And their games are very, very similar. And I understand that. But as far as possibly surpassing Steph, I think Jamal, he has a shot to do it. I'm not saying he will, but I say he has a shot to do it. So,
Pretty damn high to get.
Say it again.
Booker. Oh, I was gonna say, do you think Steph? Who is a better passer, Steph or Jamal?
Steph gets reckless sometimes with his passing.
Yeah.
That's my only thing is he does get reckless. Jamal makes tough passes, but he's not reckless. So I might have to go slight edge to Jamal with that.
It's only Jamal Murray's second year in the league, right?
Nah, this is
Second,
Third.
third year.
fourth.
Okay. So
He's
that boy,
fourth.
he's still developing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's why I give him a shot. This with the numbers that he's putting up right now. Like we did not see this coming from Jamal Murray. You know, he was kind of a okay player. He might maybe ascend to being maybe an all-star or a star, but he has the opportunity to be a superstar. Really, really good.
I knew he was gonna hoop, but I didn't know he was gonna be hooping like this.
Exactly.
That
See,
battle
Matt-
between him and Donovan Mitchell was just ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. See, Matt, go ahead with your question.
What was I going to say? I was just going to reiterate the point that the bar that Steph put up for Jamal to pass is pretty damn high.
Oh, absolutely.
When you expect Jamal to pass this bar?
It's gonna
5,
take
10 years.
Yeah, it's gonna take some years. Absolutely. But
I think it'll also have to.
hold on a second. The only thing I was gonna say is with Steph, they didn't get past the conference semis until 2015, and that was Steph's 7th or 8th year in the league. Jamal Murray's already been to the conference finals with that Nuggets team in year 3. So he's already ahead of where Steph was. And granted,
Come on, bro.
I don't want to say that the Warriors, I'm not going to say that the Nuggets, they probably had a better team than what the Warriors had in that early year of the Warriors being the Warriors team. But at the same time, I don't know. That's still something to be said. There's still something to be said for Murray getting there. I'm not saying that he will pass Steph. It's going to take some years if it would to happen. But I don't know. He has a shot. He does have a shot. Go ahead, Swish. Or Brooklyn. Brooklyn said something first. Go ahead, Brooklyn, before Swish goes.
I was gonna say that he could do it, but I mean, he would have to do it also too with a player like Clay next to him, because Steph is, and it's more than just Steph playing like that for him to do that. It's
Right.
also the team ambiance.
Absolutely.
And I don't even think it would even. I don't even think it would be on his own agenda to even try to do that, just because Steph had a lot coming. That's the unanimous MVP. It's a whole lot, bro. Like,
Oh, it is.
trying to do what Steph did ain't no little task at all. So.
Right. And I'm not saying that he would doing the same stuff that Steph similarly, but I think the fact that he can drive, I mean, Steph can drive to the hole too. I get it. But Murray plays better defense than Steph. Shot is not as good as Steph's, but it can get there. And then he can finish, like his finishes at the hoop, how he did that Jordan-esque looking layup, like he's able to finish and he can pass to, man.
Mars, you living in the moment, bro. You forget who
Yeah,
Steph
I
is.
was about to say that.
I'm not forgetting who Steph is.
Nah, you is.
I'm not forgetting who Steph is. I know what Steph Curry brings.
We'll see next year.
Steph is Steph, bro. Like that's all that is nice. Steph is Steph, bro. And I'm not even the biggest Steph advocate because I will agree. Steph is just, to me, he knows he's smart. So that's what I feel like is like underestimated with his ball. It's like smart recklessness, but it's smart for him. It works for him. It won't work for anybody else. And
I think he
Murray's
has,
nice.
I don't know.
I think he has a good.
Again, Murray just beat Murray.
You talking about Steph, you're talking about somebody that's pretty much changed the way the game's played now.
100%.
Oh, true.
100%.
He did change the
Murray
game.
ain't on that type of level. Murray's gonna be a great player. Gonna
I
be
know,
a phenomenal player.
And I'm not saying that he's on that type of level, but I'm just saying he has the opportunity to get to a superstar status to where he can challenge Steph for right now. If Steph doesn't get any better, which we don't know if we've seen the best of him. Swish, I agree that he may still have more to show, which we will see in the next probably 2 to 3 years. But Murray's still young at 23 years old. That Nuggets team is going to be amazing if they keep developing guys, if they freaking play Bobo. We'll leave it alone.
Ball.
Oh God. Oh God.
Hey, that boy's a
But,
sniper on 2K.
But anyway, and there's no disrespect to Steph, man. I know what Steph has done. I know what he's brought. He's changed the game, for a Jamal Murray, for a Trae Young, for others to come. But let me see more from Jamal. Let him see him play like he did for these playoffs for a longer period of time and actually lead that team continuously and get to a finals and win, and then we'll talk about it. So
And also too, if they keep winning like this, getting to like you said, the Western Conference Finals, whatever, if they keep doing that but not producing a finals appearance or a championship, I mean, it also depends. Are they going to break up the team, and then that's also going to put his career possibly at jeopardy too.
So that's what I'm saying. All that would go out the window. All that would go out the window. I would agree. But
yeah, so
at least getting to a conference final now, we would have to see them continuously we got to see them get over the hump. That's the next step, is to see them get over the hump. So, Swish, you got any other thing you want to add?
No.
All right. Well, and Derek, I don't know if Derek wanted to add anything. I don't know if he's still. I think Derek might still be busy. All right. Well,
if we're about to be done, I just want to elaborate on my whole Steph we haven't seen the best of Steph yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Period. It's just Steph changed the game, but he did that prior to KD getting there. You mean?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like the game was still changing once KD got there, so Steph already had to kind of change his game already. I mean, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So then he got injured, right?
Right.
And now you see guys like Trae Young pull up from half court with ease. You see guys like Dame pull up from half court with ease. And you see it damn near every possession. And Steph ain't really had the freedom to do that in like 3-4 years.
So you're saying he might change the game?
No, I don't think he's gonna change the game again. I don't think he's gonna change the game again, but I don't think we've seen.
He hasn't had the freedom to do that in 3 to 4
years. He hasn't had the
years?
freedom to really play as great as he is. I think that's all I'm saying. That's why I think we're gonna see a better version of Steph.
We might see another MVP Steph. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
I don't know, sir. Maybe last year I'll agree with you. 2 years maybe, but 3 to 4 because he was still doing that 2016, 20. I don't know, man. That's tough.
You know what's wild?
2016, 2017. That's like the last time he did it. That's the last time he's really going off all crazy.
He was still doing some of that 2017,
But
2018.
it wasn't the same as when he changed the game, though. That's my
Okay.
What's wild about what Swiss is saying too, what could be right is the fact that they got Wiggins if Wiggins could fit what they trying to do, plus whoever they get in the draft,
They better draft James Wiseman.
that
That's all I'm gonna
that
say.
that helps. That's offense. That helps his freedom again. That helps him fast
True.
again. So,
True.
We'll
We'll see.
I
But
never thought about that though.
definitely some good stuff. Things. But that is gonna be the show, y'all. I mean, man, what a damn show that we had, y'all. I mean, I appreciate everybody for showing. You can always follow us and check the show out on Breaker. You can check it on Radio Public. You can check it on Google Podcasts.
Yeah,
You can check it out on Spotify. You can check it out on Anchor.fm under
Okay.
Stats VS period Facts Sports Talk. Again, Stats VS period Sports Talk. Sorry, it's actually Stats VS period Facts Sports Talk. Wow, I'm butchering.
Yeah, boy, you confusing me.
Let me restart for all the good people. That's Stats VS period Facts Sports
That's
Talk.
right.
Again, Stats VS period Facts Sports Talk. If you ain't got that VS, you got what? Swish?
You already know that's some BS, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Invoice for real. Watch.
Yes, sir. And also go follow the show on youtube.com under that same name, Stat VS period Fact Sports Talk. Follow IG and Twitter under SBF Sports Talk. And also leave a comment, engage, man. We want to engage with the fans, engage with the people. You know what I mean?
Word.
And again, we want to thank our special guests, Derek and LJ, for joining us, man. We appreciate y'all.
What it do, baby?
Appreciate y'all. Word.
And we will be back Tuesday. We'll be back with on Anchor, so y'all go check that out too. And man, that's the show, brothers. I appreciate everybody. For Derek, C-Mac, Swish, Greg, LJ, and Brooklyn, it's been your boy Marsh. We'll catch y'all next time on that.
Hey.
Don't